everyone. Where other vehicles would sink, the Ural just keeps on rolling. The EFA W50 doubles as an off-road taxi. This truck first rolled out back in the days of East Germany. The luckiest spectators not only get an adrenaline rush, but also a mud shower. Hard to believe, but this Komatsu D575 bulldozer is actually a 1:14 scale remote-controlled model. The Vitiaz off-road vehicles are on another level, built tough enough for the Arctic. The Vitiaz DT30, for example, runs at minus 50 degrees Celsius, and some versions can even float. This crew managed to turn hauling logs with a Massey Ferguson 285S tractor into an extreme sport. The funniest thing about this Tatra stuck in a puddle isn't the mud, it's the swan sitting on the spare tyre. Maybe it just wanted to go for a swim. Even the massive American Hemet, an 8-wheeled all-terrain giant, has bad days. This Ural is hauling pipes and ploughing ahead like the sludge under its wheels doesn't even exist. The MAN 19362 stands out for its 6x4 wheel setup. Will that be enough to get it through? Stuck in the mud? Call in an excavator. We're at an off-road show in the Czech Republic. At first glance, it looks like the Tatra will clear the obstacle with ease, but that's not how it played out. In India, a landslide buried the road, but desperate bus drivers are still willing to take it on. These are the conditions drivers face in Guyana, a small South American country. The KAMAZ 43118 has been in production since 1995, and to this day it continues to prove its impressive off-road ability. You'd never guess how this Tatra managed to break free. An epic mud shower featuring the EFA W50 and a few other vehicles. Now that's clever. Why bother pumping the water out when you've got a bulldozer? Another Tatra is fighting to stay alive with the help of a Tatra UDS excavator. Some stretches in Guyana are so bad that trucks sink into mud holes nearly up to the windshield. Welcome to the Bounty Hole off-road competition, where the goal is simple: blast through a deep, water-filled trench as fast and as far as possible. Charter companies brought in a floating excavator to do some dredging work in Cumberland, USA. When the road turns into mud, the job itself becomes an extreme ride. No matter what the road looks like, the experts get any cargo delivered, whatever the working conditions. This ice road, a true test of driver skill, runs through Evenkia in Russia. This customized 1978 Chevrolet handles rough terrain better than many modern cars. This driver, who pushed his car harder than it could handle, gets a hand from the tractor guy, who's clearly dealt with ruts way nastier than this. It's showtime! Which driver impressed you the most? Tell us in the comments. Both the driver and the car did a great job. The T150K tractor first went into production in 1971, and even today it's still conquering the toughest terrain in the world. The all-wheel drive Mercedes-Benz Actros is ready for action, even when the road is nothing but a swamp. Welcome to Russia and the truck trial at the Uralsky Rubesh event. Sometimes not even the chassis and independent suspension of the Tatra 815 are enough. The Moaz 7505-440 is a heavy-duty dump truck built for hauling earth. Thanks to its 360 horsepower engine, hydraulic pneumatic suspension, and all-wheel drive, it tackles rough terrain with ease. The Praga V3S shows what it can do. Originally built in Czechoslovakia for the military and later adapted for civilian use, this all-wheel drive truck is still a force. There's nothing like sharing off-road fun with a big group of fellow enthusiasts. The Kraz 255 ended up buried in mud because the front axle wasn't engaged. The Gaz 66 also takes on tough trails. It can even ford water 80 centimeters deep. We can't tell if this Caterpillar 322 crawler excavator is swimming or driving through the mud. One hard hit on the gas and… Houston, we have a problem. It looks more like sliding than driving. Let's just hope the drivers are still in control. And here's a Tatra Phoenix 8x8 with a DAF cab, bogged down and stuck. Sometimes, harvesting alfalfa turns into a nightmare. The Ural 4320 with all-wheel drive and a KAMAZ V8 engine is built to take on the roughest ground. This man-cat 6x6 proves what it can do across the vast stretches of Mongolia. Did you know that the Volvo V70, an executive family car, also comes in an off-road version? A Honda Rincon, a Yamaha Kodiaq, mud and puddles. What else do you need to be happy? Show some love for the all-wheel drive ZIL 157 by giving it a like. Built in 1990, this tireless workhorse still hauls lumber out of the sawmill. We're back in Guyana, where the roads are nothing short of a nightmare. The person who posted this video is restoring a ZIL 157 with just 7,000 kilometers on it. It's already got T150 tractor wheels and hydraulic steering, with plans for a rear steering axle, a winch, and a few other upgrades. Now that's raw power. Just a couple of minutes and the pickup is back on track.